All right, guys, on today's masterclass, we're going to be going over how to eat pizza and burn fat. This is going to be the metabolism masterclass. So, no, I'm not high. This is just going to be the smarter way, smarter than any fat diet out there. By the end of these 20 minutes, you'll know exactly how to turbocharge your metabolism so you can keep on eating your favorite foods while torching some fat. Here we go. So, the first thing that you gotta understand is a calorie deficit and cardio is gonna fail 100% of the time. And we've been, for years and years and decades, it's like just go run more, eat less, bro, and that's gonna be, the key. That's gonna give you the lean body you want. That's gonna give you the weight loss that you need. It will not work. It will work initially, but then you're gonna hit a plateau and then you're just gonna be burning muscle away. So you're gonna have the a hormonal train wreck. So your cortisol is gonna go up, your leptin is gonna go down, which is the signal that tells you that you're full. So like that signal goes down, then your body's gonna think like, yo, you're actually not full, keep on eating. And like you're just gonna have all those cravings and it's just gonna lead to a more calorie surplus. And you're gonna have skinny fat results, exhausted, muscle depleted, and prone to binging. So don't be that person. So first, let's talk about very quickly macros. We have our protein, we have our fat, we have our carbs. So there is no clean or dirty foods as long as you fit into your macros, which if you don't know what your macros are, then that's like the very first piece of the puzzle. I actually have a podcast on this, just calculating your macros, but you could go to any free website online. Freecalculator.net or any macro calculator will give you a rough estimate. But so with that, you can eat whatever you want, just as long as you don't go over your calories and you hit your protein goal. Now, for the protein goal, you're always gonna want to aim for at least 1 pound 1 gram per pound of desired body weight. So that means if you're like 200 pounds and you want to weigh 170 pounds, then you go for that 170 grams of protein every day. And it works the same in reverse. If you weigh 150, but you actually want to bulk up and get more muscle mass and you want to weigh 175, then you aim to eat 175 grams of protein every day. So that's the target when it comes to your protein. So first, before we dive deeper into this, you got to understand your metabolism. So your metabolism is literally just like how you burn energy through your body. And there's three main ways that you burn energy on your body, that your body burns energy. The first one is your BMR. So what you burn at rest, your body's baseline calorie consumption. So like you not doing anything, like just chilling, sleeping, just functioning, that takes a lot of your calorie burn of your daily calorie burn. Then is your NEAT or your NEAT. That's walking, fidgeting, living life, moving around, things like that. Not necessarily like exercise activity. Then the third is exercise and the TEF. So it's just training and like digesting food. So like every time you eat, you got to break all that down and then that burns calories down. So why is this important? Because muscle is going to be your fat burning engine. The more muscle, the more calories you're going to burn at rest, which is where you are most of the time. You're at rest most of the time. Like right now, I'm at rest. I'm sitting down, I'm talking, I'm moving my fingers a little bit. So that's a little more extra calorie burn right there. But you basically want to be able to get your body to burn more calories at rest because that's going to be the biggest needle mover. So, why focus on building muscle? The first thing is muscle increases your base metabolic rate. So, muscle is very calorically expensive tissue. So, it's like high maintenance. So, 1 pound of muscle burns 6 to 10 calories a day at rest versus fat, which burns only 2. So the more muscle you have, the more you're gonna burn compared to the fat. Not a huge number by itself, but multiply that across your whole body and it adds up. So the more lean muscle mass you have, you multiply that by 6 or 10 pounds, I mean 10 calories, and that's how much calories you're going to be burning at rest. Number two, strength training burns calories after your workout. So cardio is good. It does burn calories, and in some cases, it burns more calories than actual strength training. But after you're done with the cardio, then you're done. You're not actually, let me double check something. Hold, please. I want to make sure I'm recording this. Dun, dun, dun. Where's this thing? The Zoom. Stop video. Edit. Edit. Of course. All right, I interrupted all of that for nothing. Anyways, back to strength training. So cardio, you're gonna burn while you're doing the running or the biking or whatever, but when you strength train, you also burn calories, but then you also have that after effect. So basically, for the next 24 to 48 hours, when you go to the gym, you create little micro tears on your muscle and like it's beat up and it's like, what the fuck? All right, so the next 24 to 48 hours, your whole body, number one priority other than surviving is like, let's fix this tissue up. So it's like, oh, let's send this over there, repair that. Think about a construction site. Like everybody's just working on building the thing. That's exactly what's happening with your body. And that burns a lot of fucking calories. So not only do you burn calories while you do the lifting, but afterwards you also get a big calorie burn for the next 24 to 48 hours as your body repairs. And this is why it's so important to like feed your body what it needs, because that's like sending all the workers out there to work, but they got no supply. They got like no hammer. They got no tools. You have to feed yourself. 1 gram per pound of desired body weight is key, and obviously you also got to be fueling yourself enough with enough calories. That's another thing that happens. Like people just don't eat enough. You're eating like a bird. No wonder you're not fucking building muscle. Okay. Number three, more muscle, better insulin sensitivity. So muscle acts like a sponge for glucose, so it doesn't spike up. The more you have, the better your body handles carbs and stores them in muscle instead of fat. So that's another key point. Number four, it helps you stay lean while in a calorie deficit. When you diet without lifting, you will lose muscle and you will maybe lose fat. But if you lose fat, you're not gonna look as, I mean, if you lose muscle, you're not gonna look as lean. Building muscle is gonna give you that lean look. When you lift and eat enough protein, you preserve or build muscle while losing mostly fat. So it's that thing, you know what they say, if you want to lose weight, go on a calorie deficit. If you want to lose weight and build muscle, live heavy. You got to do that. Let's see this. All right. Where was I? The last one is you're gonna look better. Muscle gives you that body shape and tightness. So you cannot spot reduce fat. Like if you say, you know what, I just want to lose fat in my belly, or I just want to lose fat in the back of my arm, those motherfucking bat wings, it's not gonna happen. You lose fat all around your body. So, but when it comes to building muscle, you can spot build. So as you're losing fat all around your body and you really want to hammer, like say the glutes, and you know what, I'm gonna build my glutes. As the fat gets, as the layer of fat gets thinner and thinner, and you're building that muscle, then those glutes are gonna pop, and that goes for any area of the body. You could build that area, you're gonna lose the fat all around, but because you build that area even more, it's gonna look more lean, more you're gonna look more defined. It's gonna pop. So losing fat without building muscle just makes you a smaller version of soft. You want to be lean, not just less fat. You want to go for that lean look, that muscular look. So, lift to burn fat, the protocol. So, this is all about what your training protocol should be. And you should be, the sweet spot is 3 times a week. Anything more than that is like it's better depending on your recovery, actually. It might be worse if if you're not sleeping well, if you're not eating enough or eating well and all of that. If you're not recovering well, then overdoing it is such a thing. But you want to focus on foundational movement patterns. So we're talking about the squat, the hinge. Think about like deadlift variations. Push, you could push in front of you or you can push above you. So like a strict press or a chest press. Those are two different types of push. The same thing goes with pull. You could pull towards you from in front of you, or you could pull from above your head into you. It's like a pull up or a pull down. Then you want to do lunges. So like by lunge, I mean single leg training. You definitely want to be single leg training every week because you're on a single leg every day. Every time you go up the stairs, every time you walk, you're on a single leg, so you better be training. Also carries. You're carrying shit every day, yet you don't train this. So farmers carries, loaded carries on one side only, on a rack, on a kettlebell rack position, or on a suitcase or overhead. There's tons of ways to carry. You want to make sure you're training that. Accessory things like planks or isolations, like curls, rotations, whatever, those things are like extra. Those are the extra. Now, all of you have, the 3-day split on the training app. So make sure to get after it. Get after it, follow along, look at the tutorial videos, and get that work in. You want to make sure you are progressively overloading. So what this means is that every week you should be doing a tiny little bit more. So what this does not mean is that, like, say you have 4 exercises on Monday and you did all the 4 exercises with 135 pounds. Now, the following week, you pick one of those exercises and then you pick one of those sets and then you do more weight. It's not that you have to do everything heavier. It's only one set out of the one exercise. That by default means you did more than the week before. And that's everything you need. Just a little micro increment. You don't have to, some people overdo it all the time. Like, oh, let's throw in 50 more pounds on all the fucking exercises, on all the fucking sets. Like, okay, you're gonna fucking burn out. Anyways, that's kind of like the big idea when it comes to your lifting days. Full body splits 3 times a week. That's gonna be the best to burn fat. Now, your 3-step action plan. Track 1 day of eating. Track 1 day of eating. All of you have access to the tracking app. You guys could use MyFitnessPal if you're not in. Um, but you need to track. If you don't, you will never know what you're actually consuming. Get honest data about your current intake. Like you're just guesstimating. And I've been tracking for a while now, and even when I don't track and I think I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, and then I actually track, I'm like, oh shit, I missed this and I fucked up on this. So you're definitely getting it wrong. Like there's no question about it. You're not accurate. Um, Schedule three, number two, action plan for this week. Schedule three lift this week. So get 3 workout sessions focusing on those 6 foundational movement patterns. All of you have that on lockdown already. You guys are in the app. And number three, boost your NEAT, which is walk after meals, take stairs, fidget, burn extra calories. So like anything, little activities like take the longer route home or park a little bit further, take an extra little walk. Like those things will add up, especially if you do them every day. For example, I take a walk every time I have lunch. Every time I have lunch, I fucking go downstairs, I walk to this grocery store, and then I come back. That gives me like at least 4,000 steps, which it adds up if I do it every single day, which I do. Or at least I try to do it every single day. But other than that, that is the protocol. Make sure you you implement these things, and whatever your goal is, you always want to focus on building muscle first, build muscle first, and then you could go into that deficit and you'll be setting yourself up for very good fat loss. All right, guys, that is all for me. Thank you guys for tuning in and thank you for watching the replay. Stop this right here. Whoa, what happened? Stop right here.